What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Manuel. This is iBelongOutdoors. It is a cold morning here in Homer, Alaska. We're heading out again with Captain Josh from Big Butt Charters. We've checked off all of our bucket list fish: lingcod, halibut, yellow eye rockfish. But today's about soaking some baits and seeing what else Alaska has to offer us. I'm taking you guys with me. Let's go.
You know, with the weather being kind of crappy and not being able to get around the corner, you know, we don't see too many rockfish close in here, so it's gonna be really concentrating on the halibut. So that's gonna be the main focus, I think.
Okay.
And you know, maybe jumping around some shallow spots and just soaking big baits and see if we can find a big one that's lurking in there.
Alrighty guys, so we just made it out here. It's beautiful out. We're gonna get some baits in the bottom, do a bit of jigging and see if we can find our big halibut. So these are the jigs we're dropping down there. A lot bigger than anything I've ever used at home. Super interesting to me that the fish eat such big baits, but it's Alaska. 2 pounds of lead going down to the bottom. Just gonna soak these baits and wait for a halibut to swim through. Alrighty guys, we just hooked up on the jig. Such an awesome bite. Dropping down the jig and then it just gets stopped as you're jigging it up. Hopefully it's a halibut. We got him coming up here.
Ooh, let him run. Ooh.
Yeah, smaller halibut.
Ooh. Yeah,
Snagged him. Just gonna flip him in.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was pretty instant on the jig.
Yeah.
So there we have it, our first fish of the day. Small halibut. So cool to catch them on the jig. This is gonna count as our under, so a fish under 27 inches. Now all we have space is left for a big one. So these fish are super cool. As you can see, they have 2 eyes on the same side of their body. My first time catching them. Pacific halibut.
Oh, there we go. Nice. Oh, yeah.
Yes! Alrighty guys, we've been soaking baits for a little while. Got them coming up here. See what it is. Nice head shakes there. Oh, nice one.
A little bigger. Nice fish.
Woo!
Yeah.
Alrighty guys, so we already have an under. So we're gonna go ahead and release this one. We wanna save our over for a bigger fish in hopes we get a big one. So I'm gonna get this guy back in the water. Beautiful Pacific halibut there. Such a cool fish. Then they have that white on their underside where they lay down. Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty guys, so we've been having a halibut eat our bait on the bottom for a little bit. Won't commit. Just had him come up to the surface chasing this jig. Just hooked him and lost him again. That's him. Alright, let's see if we can't entice him until we get him. Oh! Oh! Dude, that is such a sick bite. There he goes. That's a nice one. Yeah, let's put him in. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my goodness. Woo! That's a nice one. Alrighty guys, so here we have a chunky Pacific halibut, around 30 pounds. This fish actually followed the jig up to the surface, then dropped back down the jig, and the fish hit it 3 times before we hooked him and got him. That is a beautiful fish right here, right off of Homer, Alaska. Doesn't get any better than this. Alrighty guys, we are back at the dock and Captain Josh is gonna show me how to clean up a halibut.
Yeah, a little different than most fish. With the halibut, you get 4 fillets instead of 2, so it's nice. But let's start off by kind of making that cut right down the middle. Then I usually take the top side first, and then go to the bottom side. Just flexing the knife. All the way down. Hey, just trim the skin off like that. There we go.
Sweet.
On the bottom.
And they're boneless, huh?
Yeah, so that's boneless. Like sometimes you get one of the rib outside of the ribs right there, but you can just kind of trim them off for real quick. Then they're completely boneless after that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy, but it can be a little difficult at first just because most people aren't used to filleting this way, just because it's a little different than most fish. But yeah, once you get the hang of it, it's a pretty easy fish to fillet. It's got a little outline for you so you can kind of know where to cut.
As easy as it seems, I feel like it'll still be interesting for me.
Yeah, for sure. I usually tell people once you do about 1,000, you get really good. So
that might take a while.
Take a little bit. You got to be up here quite a bit. There we go. Oh, and don't forget the cheeks. We get the cheek meat right here. There we go.
Gonna start right here in the middle.
Maybe cut the end too.
Cut down here by the tail. Okay. Sweet. Got some of the fin in there. There you go.
Nice.
Sweet. You're gonna have to do the next side of this fish for me, bro. I'm gonna freaking screw it up. All right, we're almost there.
Nice.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Alrighty guys, so there we have it, some beautiful Pacific halibut. I did one side of this fish. I'm gonna leave the rest to Josh so I don't screw it up. Now we're gonna go ahead and get this fish all processed up and ready to go home. So we have our fish from today and we're at Homer Fish Processing. We're gonna get our fish all cleaned up, processed, and put away, ship back home to Florida. Yes. Alrighty guys, here we have Kulama with Homer Fish Processing, and we're gonna do a walkthrough and she's gonna show us a little bit about the business.
All right, so you guys just dropped off your fish here. This is our drop-off station, and also when we pick up fish on the docks, we'll process all the fish here for weighing and checking it into our system, our computer system, and then it comes here to the cut table. And in the peak of the season, we'll have 4 cutters going at all times. So they have this invoice right in front of them at all times with the name, how you want your fish processed, so they have that up and they can look at it as they're processing your catch. Like this one, I wanted the skin off, so to make sure we follow all the custom processing requests. everything has tags, and your tag stays with your fish along the whole process. So everybody gets back their fish.
Have you guys ever like added up how many pounds you processed in a day?
Yeah, so in
Or,
the
like, on
peak
a
in like
peak
July,
day?
it's like 15,000 pounds.
In a day?
In a day.
Wow. And that's
Yeah.
like all recreational?
Yep, yep.
So this is the machine right here that does all the vacuum sealing.
Yeah, yep. So this uses a lot of compressed air, and it flows like this, and then we put all the fish into the pockets, and then it runs it through and puts a top film, and then it cuts it into this shape right here. And then we freeze it on these trays like this so that it can freeze faster, and everything once again is your fish, you know, everything gets tagged, and so it's separated. So like this is one order, and then they'll just.
That's awesome.
This is our blast freezer. It goes down to -40.
Negative 40 degrees?
Negative 40 degrees, and it just freezes it really quick to like lock in all the freshness and the nutrients and the taste, the texture. So it's really quick freezing.
And we're back. Home sweet home. Alrighty guys, we are back home in Florida. Got some halibut here. We're gonna go ahead and prepare it and cook it up. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. So first things first, with your fillets, you just wanna pat them dry. Make sure they're not moist at all. And then we're gonna get some oil on them and get them onto our griddle here. So we got some coconut oil all over our fish. And we're just gonna rub this on there so that once we add our seasonings, it'll adhere to the fish. So we have two of my favorite seasonings here, both Jamaican seasonings, and we're gonna get these all over our fish. Alrighty guys, so our griddle's hot. We have some coconut oil. Gonna get a little bit of that on there, and we're gonna get our fish on. So we're gonna let this sit on each side until it gets a nice crust, and then we'll flip it. Gonna go ahead and flip our fish. This griddle is so slick. There we go. Got a nice crust on our first sides. Now we're just gonna wait again, and once they're done, we're ready to eat. So we have some yellow rice here, and our halibut is all done. And there we have it. So here we have some sweet chili sauce. I've found that this stuff is delicious on fish, so we're gonna get some of it on here. So if you guys watch episode 1, we already had some halibut and rockfish. I know it's delicious, but it's my first time cooking it, and it's nice and flaky. And whatever you season it with, it's gonna really take that flavor. So there goes our first bite of halibut back home in Florida. Fire. So as you guys can see in there, that halibut is super flaky, super soft, has a nice crust from the seasoning. Alrighty guys, well I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of this meal. I hope you guys enjoyed this Alaska series. If you wanna see more videos like this one, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.